Well, folks, it's PWH Outdoors. Welcome back to another episode. Guess what we're doing today? And folks, if you said we're gonna make some absolutely amazing jerky from the internet that my best friend Luke shot, you were right. That's what we're doing in today's episode. I'm so excited for this episode. I've been waiting to do this episode for so long. I mean, before we shot him, I've been waiting to do this episode, and I'm just super happy that we get to do it with you guys today. I'm just super happy, with that. I am so excited that I'm so excited that I get to share this experience with you guys, and it's just. I mean, I've been wanting to do this video way before we shot the internet, and so yeah, let's jump right into this episode with another episode of PWH Outdoors. Okay, well, folks, I say we start it off with, first of all, I'm going to start off with telling you guys how we are going to cook our deer meat right here under this. So we're going to cook it, in our dehydrator at 150 degrees for 4.5 to 5 hours until it's done. It cooks through for that perfect crispiness that absolutely just melts in your mouth. It has that amazing flavor. I say let's jump right into putting in all our seasonings, all our flavors, and just all that fun stuff. Let me come on over here to the side and we'll start off doing this. So first of all, let's start off with our seasonings first. So first of all, folks, for the seasonings that you're gonna need for this video and for this recipe, you're gonna need a tablespoon of the Dano's Red Top Spicy. You're also gonna need another tablespoon of the Dano's Green Top Original. You're also gonna need a tablespoon of these. You're also gonna need a tablespoon of these crushed red peppers. Then we're also gonna need folks, we're also gonna need 1/4 of a cup of our Worcester sauce. Then we're gonna come right over here you're going to need a third of a cup of the Worcester sauce. Okay, folks, and let's keep going with this. You're also gonna need 1/4 of a cup of your soy sauce. And then we're gonna jump right in. Then folks, you're gonna have 1 tablespoon of your sweet, and you're also gonna need a tablespoon of your sweet, and you're also gonna need a tablespoon of your sweet and smoky barbecue rub. Okay, and then after that, you're gonna need a tablespoon of your Creole more spice seasoning. You're gonna need half a tablespoon of that. Half a tablespoon. Then folks, you can do then plus you can do 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. We have our premium Walmart brown sugar right here. 2 tablespoons of that, or about 2 or 3 tablespoons of our. Or we're also gonna do about 2 or 3 tablespoons of your Nate's Texas Raw, or you're gonna need about 2 or 3 tablespoons of your Nate's Texas Raw and unfiltered honey. You can do both, or you can do both. You can only do the brown sugar. You can only do the honey. It's 100% up to you, and it's 100% up to you and your taste buds. But I can guarantee you, this is going to be epic. So, folks, let's start off. There's no better way to start off than with your Dano's spice. There's no better way to start off than with your Worcester sauce. You're gonna need 1/4 cup of Worcester. Just pour that in there, nice and good. A little bit more. You only want to have about 1/4 of a cup, you're only gonna want, you're gonna want about 1/2 a cup actually. I kept telling y'all 1/4 a cup. It's actually 1/2. Let's do another 1/4, and I'll put us at 1/2. Then, folks, after this, you're gonna need between 1/4 and 1/2 a cup of soy sauce. Let's get all that Worcester sauce in there. Then now we're gonna go with let's just go with 1/4 a cup of our soy sauce. Getting it poured in there. We're only doing 1/4 a cup of soy sauce here. There's 1/4 a cup right there. Once we get all that in there, we gotta put our lids back on, and folks, here is where it'll start next. And folks, you're gonna need about a medium-sized clear glass bowl here, and then okay, folks, let's jump into the part that I love, your Dano's. I love Dano's. I love it. It's so good. It's so amazing. Let's jump into using the Dano's. So you're gonna get a tablespoon of your Dano's spicy. Let's just start off with the Dano's spicy. You're gonna get about a tablespoon of that Dano's spicy, just to start us off. And then you'll put the lid on that. Then, folks, we're moving on to our next one with our Dano's original green top. Again, you're gonna need about a tablespoon of it. Don't spill it, by the way, like I kind of do. Get all that in there. Put the lid on that as well. And then, folks, we will move in to our red chili pepper flakes. Just really excited. We're really excited. And folks, once we get all these good, rich seasonings in here, guess what? We're going back with a little bit of Worcester and a little bit of soy. After we get all our seasonings in here, you can do all your sauces at once. Preferably, I like to do some of my sauces come back, or preferably what I like to do is my seasonings, and then back to my sauces again. You can do it either way. It really doesn't matter. And then okay, folks, let's jump in to our crushed red pepper flakes. They come straight all the way from the jungles of Walmart. They're super high quality. We paid the super expensive price of about $1.25 for this here season. Anyways, we're gonna put, I'd say about a tablespoon of it. Just make sure you get it nice and full. This is the one where I'm not mad if I mess it up and accidentally do a little bit more, because I absolutely love these red flakes. I absolutely love these red chili flakes. They're absolutely amazing. You can put all that in there. Folks, just also, for this recipe, you kind of gotta like spice, because for me, it's not a super spicy recipe, but some people that don't like spice as much, they're probably gonna say it's a super spicy recipe. Okay, now let's jump in. Now let's jump in. We are going to do, I'd say about half a tablespoon of your I'm gonna do about half a tablespoon of the more spice Creole seasoning. I love this stuff. I mean, I absolutely love it. We're gonna do about half a tablespoon of it. And folks, stuff does have a lot of salt in it, so that's why I preferably only do half a tablespoon, where we got our soy sauce in here as well. So we'll set that aside here, and folks, now we are gonna go into our sweet and spicy grill mates. We're going into our sweet and spicy rub. Super expensive. Again, comes from the jungles of Walmart for about $1.50. And we're gonna do about a tablespoon of this. So we're gonna do about a tablespoon of this, and make sure you get all that in there. Make sure it goes in your soy sauce, and make sure it goes in with your Worcester, your soy sauce, and all your other stuff, not on the counter like I tend to do sometimes. FYI, don't try and be as messy as I do, because I'm pretty messy. I know, folks. So here what we're gonna do is we're gonna step out of the camera for just a second, and guess what? We're grabbing a giant spoon to stir this. I'm just teasing, guys. We're not grabbing a giant spoon. We're grabbing a really tiny, small spoon to just stir all this in. I kind of just want to see what you guys, I want to see how mad you guys are going to be at me in the comments. So I kind of just had to say that. Just stir all that. Make sure it's not on the edges a bunch. Make sure you just get it all nice and stirred in. Yeah, don't like halfway drop it in there, by the way. Anyways, folks, that is why we have our trusty dusty paper towels. Trusty dusty. I hope y'all caught that. I thought it was kind of funny, but I'm not a very funny person at the same time. So, I mean, I think I'm funny, and I'm probably the most unfunny person I know. So, yeah, and I know a decent amount of people. Then, anyways, we'll set that aside. Anyways, folks, now we gotta come back with our soy sauce, with our Worcestershire sauce. I know I'm not saying that right. You can roast me in the comments about it. I make fun of myself for how bad I say it. We're gonna come back with about a fourth a cup of that as well. I kind of just spilled some on the counter. We're gonna come back with another about fourth a cup of that. make sure you wipe your mess up. It's pretty essential. And then we're gonna put the lid on this. Then, folks, we're gonna come back with our absolutely amazing soy sauce. We're gonna do another we're gonna do close to a fourth cup. And then we're coming back with another fourth a cup of our soy sauce. Get that all in there. Get it all out of your cup. And then we gotta wipe off our hands. Even though I'm wearing gloves, I'm still gonna wipe them off for some dumb, non-needed reason. Because that's kind of the way I work. If y'all haven't known me, or if y'all haven't watched a lot of my videos, I'm pretty stupid. I'm just teasing them. But I'm pretty unfunny. I'm pretty just bland, just me. I just love being in the outdoors. I'm kind of bland. Anyways, let's stir this some more. Get all those ingredients stirred in. Get all those ingredients stirred in real nice. And folks, I'm making this from the back straps of the internet. So yeah, I'm super excited for this video. I want to do this video for a very, very long time. And once we get all that stirred in nice and fine, this is where the hard part comes in. None of this is really that hard, as long as you got two hands. If you're unfortunate enough not have two hands, I'm not making a joke. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Anyways, let's go into the hard part, quote unquote. Folks, it says right here. Folks, it says right here on the Nature Names Honey Company, Texas Raw and Unfiltered Honey. Do you know what it says? Thy word is sweeter than honey. Psalms 119:103. Love that verse because it's true. Thy word is sweeter than anything. Thy word is sweeter than honey. Anyways, you can put in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of your honey, or you can do both. For this episode, I'm actually gonna do both. So we're gonna come in here with 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of honey. Probably no need to really do both, but I do a lot of things that aren't needed, really, so why not? Then we're gonna do about 2 tablespoons worth of this pure 100%. We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of this pure, unfiltered. This is 100% natural. About $4 at Walmart. I mean, this is awesome. I mean, this is pure quality stuff. If you know what I'm saying. I'm just kidding. This is not pure quality stuff. It's about $5 for a bag of it. I don't know how big the bag is. Oh, I'll tell you, it is $5 for a 32 ounce, which equals 2 pound bag. So yeah, I mean, this stuff is so expensive. I mean, this stuff is the highest quality stuff in America, in the world. I'll stand by that. In the universe. Anyways, folks, let's get back to our recipe, to doing what we're supposed to do. And that's making jerky. I mean, some people were just born into this world to make jerky, unfunny jokes, and make YouTube videos. Me, because I was not born to make jerky, because my jerky isn't the best. I mean, my jerky isn't gonna compete with Thanos or something. But I tend to make decent jerky. And that's why I'm just stupid enough to post this video to see if somebody likes it. Heck, I don't know. Anyways, then we're gonna come back with about 2 tablespoons of honey. Or make sure and one thing you don't have to do, I don't know, maybe you do. As soon as I put in that brown sugar, as soon as I put all that in, as soon as I put in my high quality premium $5 for 32 ounces brown sugar, I stir it pretty much immediately, which I waited about 15 seconds. It just, I don't know, I just do. I'm kind of weird. It's one of my weird quirks. I stir it immediately. Then we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of honey. We're going to put it in here. Should we get it emptied so we can fit a whole tablespoon in for the next time? Okay. I want to put in about another tablespoon of this honey. And then folks, one thing we're working on, I probably shouldn't tell you all this. I actually just barely had the idea like a couple days ago. One thing that I'm working on doing is, and I've been wanting to, I thought of this about 5 days ago and I just haven't told you all about it. One thing I told you all about, I'd say about 5 days ago. Itchy. I told you all about this about 5 days ago. Or I haven't told you all about this. I thought about it about 5 days. I first thought of it about 5 days ago. Anyways, I want to do a PWH Outdoors podcast with me and Luke, and every now and then, I might ask someone that I know and say, "Hey, what's your opinion on this?" And all that. But anyways, I kind of want to do a podcast. I thought of about 5 days ago. You guys are the first people that I've told. I haven't told anybody yet, besides you guys. So yeah. Anyways, I haven't told anybody about it except you guys. So yeah, pretty much anybody who watches my YouTube video knows that idea. It might be crazy, it might be stupid. I thought it would just be fun, just to talk about all the fun, just to talk about hunting and all the fun times and all the crazy experiences that we've got to have. And anyways, folks, if your gloves are getting super sticky and annoying, you can just take those off, obviously, and you can just take those off and come back with some more. Again, premium, high quality gloves that are run about $3 at Walmart. I mean, they're super high quality, super premium. I mean, folks, these are so good that doctors operate surgeries with these things. I'm just kidding, they probably don't. Anyways, folks, all my gloves, one thing that I always make sure of is that they do not have anything that would affect your food when you're handling it. You can just toss that. Wait. Let's do a replay of that, except we're not doing a replay, I'm just doing it again. You can just, that was epic. I mean, you can just toss that back there and toss it in the garbage even though it's almost full. I didn't do that, but maybe I should have. Probably would have been really funny, and I probably wouldn't be as annoying. And then, folks, obviously make sure your jerky is unthawed for this. You're probably smart enough to know that, but anyways, once you have all your ingredients in there, nice and mixed up, guess what? You know what we're doing? We're putting this stuff in with some jerky. I'm just teasing. I never would have guessed that. I'm just teasing. Also, folks, keep out your expensive Grill Mates Sweet and Smoky Rub by McCormick because it's super expensive. Why not use it all up? I mean, I'm just using it. It's a couple dollars at Walmart. Anyways, we're coming back with this later in the video. I'll show y'all what we're coming back with it for. Anyways, folks, make sure you get folks, anyways, folks, I cut my jerky in small, thin strips. I'm not sure you can see it there very well. And anyways, folks, I cut my jerky in small, thin strips. And one thing that is very good and needed to do, is just make sure you dry off this jerky. Not a bunch, but enough, obviously, to make sure you get some of that frozen, some of that stuff off of it for when it was unthawing. Then folks, you can put in about 8 pieces at a time into your mixture. And then you can put it in about 8 pieces at a time into your mixture. Make sure they all get a pretty decent amount of that mixture. Make sure they all get a pretty decent amount of it, just so you can have a lot of flavor and just to really maximize the flavor and make it taste savory good. Anyways, folks, once you get about 10 pieces in your bowl, which folks, it honestly does depend on how big your pieces are, but mine pieces are about 3 inches long and about half an inch wide. They're not, well, no, scratch that. That's not the dimensions of it. It all depends on your size of pieces. But anyways, just fit, you might be able to fit 5, maybe able to fit 10, you might be able to fit 15. But I'm just gonna put about 10 in right now. But folks, before you mix that, you're gonna get one of your trays from your dehydrator. If you didn't make an absolute giant mess, like I kind of did, you can take your tray. You can take your tray. First of all, before you get your tray, take about 5 pieces of your paper towels. You don't even need that many. I kind of wasted some. Lay your tray over it, like that, kind of like you guys can see. Like you guys can see right there. Then, folks, you're gonna take your jerky, anyways, then folks, you're gonna mix your jerky in with this absolutely amazing seasoning marinade here, and you can let it marinate for about half an hour to an hour, or you can let it marinate for about half an hour to an hour, or you can just jump right into it and not wait. And then once you get, make sure you got a decent amount of seasoning. Make sure you get all that seasoning on every single piece. Then once you get it, your paper towel rolls in your way. Anyways, and then folks, you're gonna take about 2 pieces, one in each hand. just hover them right above your seasoning mix in your bowl. Kind of drip some of that stuff off. Then you're gonna get one of your pieces, lay over the part of the tray that has paper towels under it, and just in case some of that excess stuff, just in case some of that excess sauce does end up dripping off. That way it doesn't get all over your countertop. Which it honestly depends on how thick your paper towels are, but you probably should double layer it. And I kind of forgot to, but just make sure you really get all the excess off. You don't want to take too much off, or else you're not going to have outstanding flavor that you want to have. We'll just kind of put that on there. Just kind of run your finger down that. Don't get too much of that off. Just barely put your finger on the edges with your gloves. Just like get it to like where your gloves is, just like barely touching it, and take some of it off. And then, folks, you can lay it down, strip it down on there. Lay it down in strips. You can do it sideways or vertical. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying there. And then I like to lay my pieces about 1.5 inches apart. I don't know why. I just do. I always want to make sure the pieces are not overlapping. I always want to make sure the pieces are not overlapping each other. I always want to make sure your pieces are not overlapping each other. You always want to make sure they're not overlapping. Anyways, once you get, and then, folks, you might have to take more than one tray depending on how much meat you have. I have about 30 strips of meat here. Well, yeah, probably about 25, 30 strips of meat right here to put to lay out. So you might have to get more than one tray. I bet I do. To be honest with you, I bet I have to get more than one tray. Then again, we're gonna put about 10 pieces in here. We have 9 pieces down on the tray, right there, and yeah, we had about 25, 30 pieces worth just in this small batch that I'm doing. Again, folks, just make sure you always have a lot of that, not like the entire bowl of your sauce seasoning mix. Make sure you get a decent amount on there. Then just, as gentle as can be, you rub your fingers down just to get some of that extra sauce off of it. Then anyways, just keep doing that, just keep doing that. Make sure you get it off super, super nice, nice with all that wonderful, wonderful seasoning. Then this recipe, I'm so excited to share it with y'all. Hopefully the end product is pretty good. I'm pretty excited for it. Hopefully it's really good, really nice and juicy. I was super excited to show y'all this recipe. And I was super excited to show y'all this recipe. See if y'all liked it. If y'all love this, hate it, or just don't mind this recipe, please comment down below your thoughts on it. And folks, if you have any suggestions on it, please comment down below, because I never say no to advice. You always have to look for some advice. I definitely will never say no to anyone's advice. So if you have any suggestions on this, and if you'd like me to quit talking so much, comment down below that too. I mean, because I get tired of hearing myself talk sometimes. Anyways, like I was saying, just make sure you get make sure you get your pieces about an inch apart, at least an inch apart. And really, it doesn't matter. It just make sure they're not overlapping. So just make sure they're not overlapping each other, or else they won't get cooked as efficiently. And then, anyways, folks. Then we're gonna put this tray in there. Anyways, folks, we're gonna put this tray in there. And then we're gonna put about half a tray worth on the next one. So I won't be able to fit all of it onto one. Which I feel like using half of I honestly feel like using half of a tray. It's a little bit of a waste. But I'm not gonna be able to fit the entire thing in there. And then, folks, we're gonna do the same. I kind of forgot to put a double layer on. The paper towel. Since I'm only doing half a rack on this one, I can probably do like 3 strips and just double layer it. Because I will admit, I kind of forgot about that step. Folks, didn't leak through a bunch, but did leak through just a little bit. We don't want any leak through. We want 0 leak through. Then anyways, folks, we got our trusty box right here. For some reason, I went through like two sets of gloves. And I went through like 2 sets of gloves in this here recipe because I tend to break them. Anyways, folks, I was saying I went through like 2 sets of gloves in this video because I tend to break gloves sometimes. I tend to like pull on them or something and I'll break them. And then make sure you get these on and don't break them because I tend to do that. Anyways, throw the box. We actually didn't land on the floor. And so we got about 7 more pieces left here. You got about 7 more pieces left right here to put into our. We have about 7 more pieces here to put into our seasoning mix. Again, folks, I'm so excited to see how this comes out. I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this video showing y'all how I make my beef jerky from the internet. I've been wanting to do this videos before we shot the internet. And you know, the internet, my best friend Luke shot him. He wasn't the biggest horn deer, and we'll admit that. We thought he was a little bigger horned than he did. And he was, we talked about an absolute giant body, and you guys didn't even get to see his body in mint condition before we cleaned him. His body was magnificent. He had a giant body. Folks, he had the eyes of an old warrior. Now how their eyes were kind of that way, and actually get all the seasoning mixed right in with that jerky good. But anyways, he had the neck of an old warrior. He was about 6 and a half. He was probably about 6 years old, at least. Folks. He was just a really old buck. He was about 6 years old at least. Again, just make sure you get just a little bit of that off. And folks, if you do it like I did with the exact same amount of meat, you'll probably have a little bit left over, and you can use that for some of your other jerky to marinate it. I don't know, you might could, I really don't know. You might could use it for something else to marinate something. I honestly, I don't know where I was going with this. Anyways, what I'm saying is, I'm sorry this video is about 45 minutes long. I'm really sorry about that. It's almost 50 minutes long. I'm sorry about that. Just because I'm probably wasting y'all's time. I'm trying to kind of get through this video fast, which POV, I'm being super slow. So, yeah, anyways, I'm trying not to waste y'all's time too much. Which at the end of this video, you're gonna get to see the taste testing, see how good or bad it is. I think this batch is gonna be really good. I think this batch is gonna be super good, super flavorful, and absolutely amazing. Then we got about 7 pieces on here because we couldn't fit them on the other tray. We got about 7 pieces on there that we're gonna put in here. Okay, folks, this is where the actual cooking it part comes in to play. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, I think I talked about it in the very start of this video. We're cooking it in our dehydrator at 150 degrees in about 4.5 to 5 hours, or until it's done the way you like it. FYI, if it's raw and you get salmonella and you have to, or something like that. Anyways, what I'm saying is, if it gets raw, if it's raw, it's not my fault. You should always check how done it is. You should always check how done your meat is before you taste it, because you're probably thinking it's gonna be a perfect medium rare, and it's beyond rare. We're gonna set this bowl of mixture. That's not to the side, that's up front. To the side, and all our seasonings as well, except for our sweet and smoky seasoning. We're putting this on. About. We're just gonna drizzle this on top. We're just gonna drizzle this on the top of that jerky, just to get a little more smoky, sweet smoky flavor into it. Just kind of on top. Anyways, let's set all this messy stuff aside, and let's do that. Take the doors off. I actually should have done it when it was just right there in front of me. If I can find it. Okay. Put that down the wrong way. Since I messed up, I'm gonna remove about 4 of these trays. Good amount of trays, so I can stick more of them there. Sprinkle it up. I actually remove 5 of them total. Anyways, folks, I'll come over here and grab you, so we can go over there and put that on there. Like I said, I've been so excited for this video. I've been wanting to do this for a pretty long time, and I'm just happy that I get to show y'all the final result. Right now is definitely not the final result. That's just it there as it's laying, and as it's laying there on the racks. I'll hurry and turn this camera around so I can